Do y'all remember when I said this? Would you believe me if I told you that plant ownership has been rooted in classism, elitism, colonialism, lack of accessibility, and much more? Well, yeah, I still stand on that. 10 toes down. Today we're in London and I'm visiting the Royal Botanic Gardens. And I'm gonna explain to you why I said what I said. Never in 1,000 years did I think that I'd be at the Kew Gardens. It all started in 1759 when Princess Augusta founded a 9-acre botanic garden. And then in 1768, Joseph Banks sends seeds to Kew, making him the first unofficial director on his return. Which brings me to the Palm House. Constructed in 1848, the Palm House was the first glass house built on this scale. And it contributed to a lot of colonial trends like the orchidelirium and pterodomania. I'm very flabbergasted at the sight of this glass house. Now let's get into the nitty gritty, okay? I can already tell it's about to break your neck. I know. The Palm House has nearly 30,000 living plant specimens, some of which are extinct in their native regions. And now you may be asking, how did they get these plants? Well, I got something for you. Directors of the gardens, specifically Joseph Banks and Joseph Hooker, would commission botanists to travel the world and collect rare plants. Now, some of these expeditions were scientific in nature, but others involved unethical extractions and poaching of indigenous plants, in which the current director, Richard Deverell, has acknowledged in an article posted to the Kew website. You see, collecting plants wasn't always seen as a liberty and justice for all. It was only for the elite. And much of Kew's work in the 19th century focused on being the pioneer in the botany game, meaning that some directors went to great lengths to make sure that their gardens had no plant that no one else can grow, sometimes through legitimate research and other times not so ethically. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Okay. In efforts to acknowledge their colonial past, they have signage for each section of plants noting their region and also some really interesting cultural placards. Now, if you see me post this picture, make sure y'all like it. Double tap it. I ain't gonna lie, it is beautiful as hell in here, but it's also very hot and very sticky. I gotta go outside for a quick second because I feel like I'm about to pass out. Now the garden is rather large. I'm talking 300 acres large. So I can't show y'all everything, but we enjoyed ourselves and it was so great looking at all of the plants that exist in history. In fact, I hope this video encourages you to become a little bit more curious about your houseplants because you will be surprised. A lot of plants have a really deep, rich story tied to them. And honestly, I think that makes collecting plants even more beautiful. Last thing I'm gonna say is if you come to the gardens, please make this a day trip. Set aside a whole day because you're gonna need a whole day. There's just so much to indulge in. I couldn't help but stop in the gift shop and find a couple books that resonated with me. A lot of them are about history, so it's gonna be a great read. I had a great time. 10 out of 10 will recommend.